Coming up on the Angus Report, what it will take for the United States to strengthen its role as the global beef quality leader.
The latest cattle production forecast from USDA.
Reasons to register for the 2016 Angus Convention in Indianapolis.
Also, how one Kansas rancher benefits from adopting technology. And we meet a young family from Pennsylvania with big dreams for the Angus breed.
This is the Angus Report. Hello and welcome to the Angus Report. I'm Crystal Albers.
And I'm Jenna McCrell.
Our top news this week. While the United States has a quality advantage in today's beef market, the industry must look to the future to stay ahead of the curve. That's according to K-State agriculture economist Glenn Tonsor, who says North American beef has cornered the market on a grain-finished product thanks to the country's genetics, meat quality, research, and outreach.
We are the center globally of grain-finished beef production. So we do compete globally with a lot of grass-finished, and there's some growth of grain-finished elsewhere. But in aggregate around the world, US and Canada combined are kind of the core of that. A modern and large economies of scale, feedlots, packing industry, well-recognized safety institutions. For the most part, we have well-working trains, rivers, roads, all that kind of stuff that a lot of times we take for granted. One of the key disadvantages actually at the moment would be we are not a low-cost producer. So it's well recognized beef is more expensive to produce than pork and chicken. Everybody recognizes that. But even within the beef space, grain-finished beef on a per pound basis is more expensive to produce generally than grass-finished. So that means you cannot just be in a price war. Otherwise you'll lose not just with pork and chicken, but also with other competing beef suppliers. So that gets at the point of the value, right? So the eating experience, the story with the beef, other points of differentiation beyond price are critical because we're never going to have an absolute price advantage.
Tonsor was a featured speaker at the 2016 Beef Improvement Federation Annual Convention. Visit bifconference.com for more coverage from the event.
According to a recent World Agriculture Supply and Demand Estimates report from the USDA, the forecast for total red meat and poultry production for 2016 has been raised. Beef production is on track to increase due to higher pace of harvesting in the second quarter of the year. The report also indicates that feedlot marketings for the rest of the year are expected to remain relatively high, while cattle price forecasts are unchanged. Overall, red meat production and exports are trending higher than previous years. Visit USDA.gov for the complete report.
A growing interest in genomic data through Angus Genetics Incorporated has set the groundwork for new advances in DNA technology. GeneMax Advantage, the commercial replacement female test offered by AGI and Zoetis, has expanded individual trait reporting for key maternal and carcass measures. According to Kent Anderson with Zoetis, the product now includes more information than ever to make decisions on replacement females.
Currently, GeneMax Advantage includes 3 categories of features: sire match to HD50K and I50K tested bull batteries, and then the 3 indexes, Cow Advantage, Feeder Advantage, and Total Advantage Index, as well as Smart Outlier Trait Reporting. And with the new version 5 calibration, we're also introducing a new category of features that includes individual trait reporting. So on the Cow Advantage front, we will report individual genomic predictions for those traits included in the index, namely heifer pregnancy, calving ease maternal, milk, mature size, and weaning weight. And then on the Feeder Advantage side of the equation, we're going to begin reporting individual trait predictions for average daily gain, carcass weight, ribeye, fat, and marbling. So the product now includes more information than ever before to help commercial users of Angus genetics make the best decisions about the replacement heifers.
Visit angus.org to learn more about GeneMax Advantage.
Massachusetts residents will see an animal rights housing initiative on their ballots this fall. Backed by the Humane Society of the United States, the initiative would ban gestation pens for sows, pens for veal calves, and cages for laying hens, and also prohibit the sale of meat and eggs produced from animals raised in confinement. The National Pork Producers Council opposes the initiative, saying by banning the interstate sales of meat and eggs, it infringes upon the Constitution's Commerce Clause. The council also says the initiative will increase prices for those products and reduce their consumption. We'll share more on this story as it develops.
Across the country, state beef industry councils work together with the National Checkoff to promote beef products, educate consumers, and invest in industry-leading research. Mark Russell, Executive Director for the Missouri Beef Industry Council, shares an interesting study from the University of Missouri that explores how adding meat protein into the diet at breakfast could make big impacts on health, especially for the nation's youth.
This year we're funding really an interesting project in Missouri that's looking at the importance of meat protein in the diet, but more specifically at breakfast time. We've got a nutrition scientist named Dr. Heather Liety at the University of Missouri that has a hypothesis that if we can get 30 grams of protein into teenagers' bodies in the morning, that we will drastically drop juvenile diabetes. We will help juvenile obesity as we know it in our country today. And so that research will be finalized this fall, but what we're thinking that we're going to see is that people will start learning that just by shifting their diet, when we know 65% of high schoolers today and teenagers eat nothing for breakfast. This research we think is going to be tremendously helpful to the medical community and to the health of our young people today.
Visit mybeefcheckoff.com to learn more or to get in touch with your state beef industry council.
Registration for the 2016 Angus Convention is now available online at angusconvention.com. The three-day event will take place November 5th through the 7th in Indianapolis, Indiana, and will feature industry leaders from the seed stock, commercial, and feeding sectors. Angus Media's Becky Weiser is the lead contact for the American Angus Association's premier event and offers this convention update.
The Angus Convention is really a great destination for anyone that's interested in producing quality beef. And for $75, you can register to attend, and it gives you full access to everything that the convention offers. And so a ton of great education, entertainment with our Sawyer Brown concert, 4 certified Angus beef meals, and also the ability to participate in the association annual meeting of delegates. One of the most exciting things that we'd like to announce is that Preferred and True Test Scales have partnered together to provide our grand prize giveaway for this year's Angus Convention. And one lucky convention participant on Monday, November 7th, will be able to take home a complete cattle handling system. Indianapolis is an amazing place to have a convention, so it's just going to be a fantastic location for all of our Angus family to get together and congregate. Whether you're a registered seed stock producer, cow-calf producer, stocker, background, or feed yard professional, anyone that is in the cattle business and is interested in quality beef, we really invite you to attend the Angus Convention.
Go online to angusconvention.com to register or learn more.
When we return, how early interest in artificial insemination helped a Kansas rancher build more value into his herd.
Then we visit a young couple in York County, Pennsylvania, as they share their future hopes for the family farm.
Visit Angus.media to continue watching this episode of The Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health, the makers of Safeguard Cattle Dewormer. Healthy cattle perform better. Add Safeguard, add pounds. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
This isn't a 9-to-5 job. So when you check the pens one last time, put away the tools, and make sure everything's ready to hand off to the night crew. It's not the clock that tells you the day is over. It's the confidence of knowing you got it right. It's having one less thing to worry about when the sun goes down. So when you see the signs of BRD, choose confidence. Choose Zuprevo from Merck Animal Health. Talk to your veterinarian about Zuprevo for BRD treatment.
Horn flies cost cattle producers nearly $1 billion a year. They interrupt grazing, cause loss of blood, and impact your bottom line. By incorporating Alticid IGR into your supplement program, you can prevent the emergence of adult horn flies. Alticid IGR will significantly reduce stress on your cattle. For pennies a day, you can control the most costly parasite and increase your profitability. Contact your feed supplier to incorporate Alticid IGR today.
California, the high Sierras, the Pacific Blue. It's also a leading source for registered Angus seed stock. This fall, make California your first Angus choice. September and October offer more than 30 sales from some of the best breeders in America. And they've got quality Angus cattle that are performance and genomically tested and ready for work. To learn more about these breeders, visit CaliforniaAngus.com. California, your first Angus choice.
We've just recently purchased the turret gate, and a lot of it's for safety reasons. We do a lot of backgrounding calves, and we ship a lot of 900-pound calves out of the feedlot. And I also have a couple of small kids, 11 and 9, coming up, and I worry about their safety a little bit too, so they can run the turret gate and not have to worry about it coming back at them. And it was more about safety than anything, and I think it's probably the best thing on the market for safety. I don't know that the last time we had a calf come through that was injured in the chute. It was very easy on the operators and just as easy on the animals.
Beef quality is everyone's responsibility, including yours. That's why the Checkoff-funded Beef Quality Assurance Program is key to your future. BQA, empowering people because you can make a difference, taking responsibility because it's our job, not someone else's, working together because product safety and wholesomeness is everyone's business. Find out more at bqa.org.
Looking to grow your business? The Angus Convention is coming to Indianapolis, November 5th through the 7th, with one of the nation's largest cattle industry trade shows attracting leading, quality-oriented producers from across the country. This is the place to expand your brand. Booth spaces are filling up fast. Visit AngusConvention.com to reserve your spot at the Angus Convention, November 5th through the 7th in Indianapolis. Did you know your Checkoff works on solutions that make your beef worth more? Did you know your Checkoff invests in developing new beef products? Did you know the flat iron steak is one of those success stories? Now, what was once a roast or grind for hamburger is a tender steak that brings more than double the original value. While you're focused on managing your beef business, your Checkoff is developing products to meet changing consumer demands. Visit mybeefcheckoff.com to learn more.